And I ask you to look in the mirror and ask yourselves, what are you doing in this time of great challenge? What are you doing to unlock minds?
You know, this doesn't come from a place of bravado or chutzpah. It comes from a place of, I cannot be a slave. But finishing these points here, the forces out there, basically like we're little kids, go, okay, you're the Nazis and you're the Americans, and the Nazis are the libertarians, conservatives, returning veterans, gun owners. They're the big threat, not Al-Qaeda that the government runs in Libya and Syria now, who they say are heroes at the CFR website. No, no, no. They're not the problem. Now the problem is going to, you know, be these domestic groups. And then every time there's some event, they're going through the computers to try to find something to then connect to me so they can try to come after us. And they're telling cops everywhere, when you see a Ron Paul sticker, this is in the MIAC and Homeland Security reports that the police sent us years ago, that we know the ADL and Southern Poverty Law Center basically right. They put out the base literature, the intelligence reports. It gets regurgitated and plagiarized over and over again. And it's just a demonization playbook, like it's Nazi Germany or something. And I'm, you know, the Jewish shopkeeper. I'm being demonized. And we get Army documents about relocation camps, gun confiscation. All of this is now admitted. Brigade, Homeland, everything we've talked about starting to come true because we're going off the source documents. And they're saying, hey, if you believe in a world government run by bankers, you're a terrorist. And the cops are being taught this. Ron Paul stickers. Aaron Russo, Freedom of Fascism, great film, Jewish guy, friend of mine, Against Tyranny. They said that's dangerous, you know, the Southern Poverty Law Center and others did. So it's a total demonization of anybody. They put us in their intelligence reports, their public ones, their private ones. Those have come out. My dad at his dental office gets mailed the intelligence report, because all prominent people, quote, do, and it's how I'm a devil and all this stuff. This is really creepy. No, I'm a human being. You know, I need to be humanized here. And what you say about me is twisted and distorted. And if you do strike me down politically, or if somebody else does, or some crazy guy like the guy listening to Southern Poverty Law Center stuff goes and shoots up the Family Research Council, it doesn't matter. The information will still come out. And the ADL goes after anybody that stands up for the family, decency, sovereignty. I mean, it's just a revolutionary group trying to shut down free speech in this country. And I'll tell you right now, the groups that oppose them are nasty as well and come after me. I mean, I'm attacked by all the Nazi groups, the white supremacist groups, the Klan groups, and then I'm attacked by the ADL. And you know, the federal government and other groups have been caught running the white supremacist groups. Right. I said Hal Turner, who used to say I should be, you know, gone after, was FBI. It turned out he was in federal court. Yep. So I really now understand more and more. Those Nazi groups are not Nazi groups. It's full spectrum dominance. It's just like the globalists control Al-Qaeda. Sure. Well, these groups control and manipulate these other ones.
They get the extreme on the left and the extreme on the right, and we're all caught in the middle just trying to tell the truth.
Yeah, in fact, we have that clip that they say doesn't exist. Here is a short clip, just play like a minute or so, of CNBC, where we're slaves to international bankers that run a world government. Here it is.
So mostly what they do is hold summits. I think that right now the question is, do we all work for central bankers? That's what I want to address to our guest tonight. Is this global governance at last? Is it one world, the central bankers in charge? Jim Iorio, you say we've got some downside here, a correction in the markets. Fine. But aren't we all just living and dying for what the central banks do? Aren't we all just counting on the fact that there's a Bernanke put and that we won't go any lower than, say, 5% down from here?
Of course we are, because if we look at the economic data, there's nothing to get excited.
And the Financial Times of London, The Economist, The Washington Post, Time Magazine, we are run by foreign banks, ha, 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 rub it in our face. Right. And then they're like, we're going to shut down your power plant, ship your jobs overseas, break up your families, teach 6-year-olds sex, period, is wrong. And then we're like, hey, we don't want some weird pervert guy teaching 6-year-olds how to fist each other. And they're like, oh, well, you're just a homophobe. Yeah. I mean, it's like, it's crazy people. I mean, they've got a method to their madness, but the globalists are nuts. And they're declaring war on anything they don't control. It's a corporate takeover. And I've had enough. So in closing, I don't want to even be in these mindless fights with people. I mean, you make fun of us because we say sodium fluoride's brain damaging people, 7-fold increase in cancer in people that drink it. That's Harvard studies. just out. Of course, we've known since the 20s. That's why they put it in the water. We know they're chemtrailing us. That's declassified. I mean, our cancer rates are up 3,000%. Pediatric cancers are over 10,000%. Autism, 1 in 25,000. Now it's 1 in 58. I mean, we're dying here. We're under eugenics. Hitler was a spinoff of that. So the Nazis are all mad that I don't like Hitler when he was just a creation of what the globalists made. All this race stuff is nothing but divide and conquer. And the ADL is just another set piece in all of that. But to the Southern Poverty Law Center and the ADL and all the rest of those type groups, I'm tired of what you're doing. And what you're doing is wrong. And you're bringing, bad mojo, whatever you want to call it, on yourself and your families. And I don't mean I'm threatening you. God, the universe, does not like what you're doing. And if you wonder why you're so miserable and why you're so unhappy, it's because you serve evil. You serve evil. And people that mindlessly serve a lot of these other groups. I'm not here to judge you, but I'm here to tell you your works are evil. Your fruits are evil. What you do is evil. And all these groups come after me because they know I'm genuine. My phones are tapped. The government knows I'm real. They try to tell you I'm not real, as Cass Sunstein said, to create cognitive dissonance. Fine, I'm bad. You out there know you're good. So stand up, speak out. And they're afraid of us coming together, different religions, races, colors, creeds, against tyranny, against the foreign banking complex that is incredibly racist. People say, are the Rothschilds at the top of the pyramid? Yeah, but they've joined with the Gothas, the Saxe-Coburgs. It's racist and hateful towards everybody. Our government paid Israel to irradiate 110,000 children. Many of them died, the ringworm children. Why was Israel killing their own children? Because it's a sacrament of death. They hate everybody. You need to understand that. This is a death cult. This is a group of evil people showing off to each other about how far they'll go. And I'm not even talking about the ADL at that point. I'm talking about the groups above it. And you look at somebody like Abe Foxman, I mean, he just pure ego, arrogant, kind of childlike when you watch him. I mean, I don't hate Abe Foxman. I feel sorry for him. I feel sorry for him because it's a life that is basically a joke. I wrote a few other points here, but in closing, anti-free speech organization, anti-gun organization, anti-liberty, demonizing those of us that know a world government's here, even if as it's all admitted, you're coming after us, you're demonizing us, and I, for one, have had enough of it. I ask listeners to support us, to spread the word about the broadcast, because we're going 110% into the face of this. We need your prayers, and to police and military. In closing, I want to ask all of you to understand that we're being manipulated against each other. The globalists, again, get us all dressed up where you're on one side, we're on the other, and we're now all basically supposed to fight with each other. We're all supposed to now go out and have a civil war with each other. This ideology of demonizing returning veterans, gun owners, conservatives, libertarians, and patriots is going to massively, massively cause conflict and crisis, because the cops are going to look at patriots as potentially violent. The patriots will see that aggression and get in an aggressive posture, and more fights will ensue, and this will create the civil war the globalists want. So that's it in closing. That's it in a nutshell. That's what we need to avert here. Ask yourselves, why every time there's one of these shootings do they immediately try to connect it to Infowars.com and what we're doing? That's my basic breakdown on that. We're going to go to the interview now with director Joel Gilbert with an update on his incredible documentary, Dreams from My Real Father, that I should add is available at InfoWarsShop.com. Thank you, Rob Dew. We'll be right back. Stay with us. It's InfoWars Nightly News.
1776.